Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of TEW 2020 WWE here. We'll just acknowledge it first. Yeah, it's the festive season. In the spirit of things, it's a musical special. Disclaimer number one: this entire episode is not entirely musical. Okay, I will not be singing my way through this entire 80 to 90 minute video. If you'd like that for some godforsaken reason, you can challenge me to do it with your cipher after WrestleMania 39, okay? But there are musical numbers. I will leave little points, I will leave timestamps if you would like to skip over them, because you may. But still, there will be a few musical numbers. Continuing in the theme of I asked for challenges, and yet I'll still do this without being challenged to. But yes, we'll continue on the road to the final premium live event specials of the year, NXT Takeover, WarGames and Armageddon. And so yes, it's 6 weeks to the Rumble as well, Jesus Christ. Without further ado, let's just jump right into things and get things going, shall we? Kicking off as always with another episode of Monday Night Raw.
Rising up out from the black of deceiving lies. A new star is born, now he brings you the light with his hands untied. Hey, nothing you can say, nothing's gonna change what you've done to me. Now it's time to shine, I'm gonna take what's mine while you're burning inside my light.
Which, yes, does get underway with, I imagine, Austin Theory getting booed out of the arena as he enters the Burn in My Light. Into the ring, you know, he's done the entrance, he's done the pose, he's had the gold flames, fireworks, I don't know how to find it, sparkle, golden shower, not like that, rain down upon him, not like that. In the ring with the mighty Intercontinental Champion Austin Theory, he says, oh, I'm sorry, were you expecting someone else? No. You see, the only man around here, the only man who's killing legends, the only man whose first WWE Championship was an Intercontinental Championship, the only man around here fits that anymore is, well, the now Austin Theory. You see, as we head into a new year, I think it's time everyone accepts that I am the now, that I am the Intercontinental Champion for a reason, that Triple H handpicked me because he saw something in me. He saw my, not just potential, my ability right now. And that's how I stand as you now Intercontinental Champion and a fighting champion at that. Last week I proved to you all when I beat Mr. MP3 that I am a deserving and fighting Intercontinental Champion, and I would be remiss in not affording that opportunity again to another superstar. So, ladies and gentlemen, who wants to step up to the now Austin Theory's Intercontinental Championship Challenge?
Sit inside my head, a vision, never the outcome you'll be wishing for.
And I imagine the crowd getting very excited and then booing. I imagine Austin Theory acting very afraid and then laughing. As out comes Andy Organ, who, if I'm going to cast him, I would cast, Miles Bourne. The WWE Superstar they revealed at the Performance Center, who everyone and every article I've seen refers to him simply as the Randy Orton lookalike, even down to the tattoos. Deaf, by the way, if you didn't know. Yes, Andy Organ comes out, Austin Theory, saying, whoa, when I issued this challenge, I didn't realize that a 15-time world champion here in Andy Organ would step up. Oh my God. I'm so scared. You know what? I am a fighting champion, and so, Andy, if you want to go, then let's do it. 90, Theory, ready, Andy Organ in the ring. Austin Theory versus Andy Organ. In the end, Austin Theory does get the win. I imagine, what happens? He gets Andy Organ in the end, up on his shoulders, hit him with the ATL, the all-time low. All-time low? I don't know if that's what it's called. The ATL, but then he stops, smiles, he looks at the camera, and then he just drops Andy Organ off his shoulders, and then he gets in position for the overdrive, Randy Orton's original finisher, of course, and then he hits that for the 1-2-3. I've called it the A zone. Randy called it the O zone. Austin Theory hits the overdrive, hits the A zone. Yeah, the A zone, because, Austin Theory, A is better than O. Gets the win for a 60, which is fine. 82 Theory, he's really come a long way this year. Really happy for you, mate. 20 Andy Organ sadly off his game, the legend. But yeah, Austin Theory makes his second defense of the Intercontinental Championship here with a big win over Andy Organ. Austin Theory, standing tall, big smirk on his face, beat Andy Organ here, came out to burn my light. He's having a great time. Or at least he was. As then out comes the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, making his way down to the ring. And Cody not appreciating this, saying that he's had his problems with Triple H and he's been going through the Chosen. He beat Finn Balor, he beat Seth Rollins, he beat Andrade. He beat all of them with steps up so far. And now he's looking at Austin Theory, the newest member of the Chosen, handpicked by Triple H, as he said. And a man who also goes to such great lengths to mark a man Cody Rhodes has a lot of respect for, a lot of love for, and a man who trained him, who helped him become who he is today. And so what Cody says, if Austin's got a challenge going, he'll happily accept. And Austin Theory saying, whoa, no, sorry, no. The challenge is over, okay? I beat Andy over there, okay? I'm done for the night, okay? So I'm just gonna... Okay, and Austin goes to leave, and then he, stops suddenly, grabs the Intercontinental title, turns to smash it into Cody's face. Cody ducks underneath, pulls Austin down, and hits him with a crossroads, laying about. Crowd cheering, Austin Theory got taken out, they love that. Cody Rhodes standing above that Austin Theory. When out comes Adam Cole, baby! One half of the Raw Tag Champs last week, of course. Cody Rhodes defeated his partner, Finn Balor. And now, Cody Rhodes and Adam Cole coming out, not too happy with that, saying that you might have beat Seth and Andrade and Finn, you might have kicked Austin here's ass, but you haven't beat me. You haven't beat the former Mr. Money in the Bank, the multi-time world champion, Adam Cole, baby! For a 99, Cody all right, mate, let's do it. Probably not like that, but maybe like that. As we kicked off tonight with Andy Organ versus Austin Theory. As then we're going to have Cody Rhodes versus Adam Cole. As Cody Rhodes continues trying to go through the members of Triple H's Chosen to get to Triple H. And now Adam Cole is up against him. And this match goes 25 to 30 minutes. Both men want to win, obviously. Cody wants to continue building this momentum, beating members of Triple H's Chosen and getting one step closer to the game himself. And Adam Cole wants to win. Adam Cole wants to win, of course. He's Adam Cole, baby. Former WWE champion, former Universal champion. Adam Cole, baby. In the end, though, it is... Ooh, how's this going to end up? Cole gets Cody down for the last shot. Pulls down the knee pad, runs, bounces off the rope, comes back at Cody, but Cody's back on his feet. Jumps against the rope, hits a disaster kick, takes down Adam Cole back to his feet, and Cody, goes for Cody, but Cody ducks, pulls Cole down, hits him with the crossroads, in the end, gets the 1-2-3, 97, incredible match as you'd imagine between Adam Cole and Cody Rhodes, just under 25 minutes here, 91 Cole, 80 Rhodes, really good matchup between these two actually, an 80 and a 91 getting a 97, as Cody Rhodes defeats another member of Triple H's Chosen. He's beat Seth, he's beat Andrade, he's beat Finn, he's beat Adam Cole, he's taken out Austin Theory. He's made his way through pretty much everyone in that group. as he really, really, really would like that match with Triple H now, wouldn't he, to put it lightly? And then we're going to go backstage, actually, speaking of Triple H's chosen, to a very angry Kevin Owens storming around backstage looking for Seth Rollins, storming up to people. You've seen Seth just shouting at them, smashing into the locker rooms, looking around, where the hell is Seth Rollins? For 100, Kevin and Seth's relationship, we'll call it that lightly, very much deteriorating, to put it lightly again, ever since Seth become WWE Champion at Survivor Series WarGames. Kevin looking for Seth. Will he find him? Wait and see, but a 100 for that we love. But then we're going to continue on in the ring with Edris and Arfe of Chase You against Killian Dane. Andre Chase, of course, wanted to deal with Dane himself, but Edris and Arfe says, I got it. You focus on your tag title contendership match later tonight, which is later tonight. Edris and Arfe versus Killian Dane here. In the end, Edris and Arfe manages to roll up Killian Dane. Killian Dane gets him on his back for something, and then Edris and Arfe slides. Well, you wouldn't slide down it, it's a very hairy back, but falls down that very hairy back and rolls up Dane for a 1-2-3. 54 for the match is fine. 56 Dane, 38 and Arfe. Edris and Arfe picks up another big win. A lot, people have had bigger breakout years, done more, but I'm very happy with Edris and Arfe's night. Debuted post Mania. He's picked up some nice wins. He's done very well. I've been happy with him, and he also got jacked. It's a minor thing. He just got jacked, which improved his star quality. And I mean, cheers for the commitment, Edris. Cheers for the commitment. More than a rookie, mate. After the match, Edris gets the win. Killian goes to into him, Nikki going into the ring as well, when rushes down to the ring, kendo stick in hand, is Thea Hail. All hail Thea Hail, not seen of course since Nikki Cross attacked her 4 weeks ago at this point. Thea Hail into the ring with that kendo stick, right at it with Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross in pain, but she's Nikki Cross, so she takes it. Killian Dane goes to step in when Thea Hail starts just smashing him with it as well. Ever the energy-filled Thea Hail. Edris and Arfe to his feet as well. Thea Hail smashing the kendo stick into Killian Dane, gets him against the ropes, and Edris and Arfe with a big drop kick to send him over it. As Thea Hail and Edris and Arfe stand tall in the ring, Dane and Cross on the outside for a 56. Good match, good post. Happy with that. As then we're going to go backstage to an interview with MJF. MJF there with Kathy Kelly here, and MJF is talking about Armageddon. The date with Destiny. Armageddon, the end of 2022. He debuted at WrestleMania. Won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. Months later would have become a world champion. The WWE champion wasn't Triple H. But finally, Armageddon, a 6-man Hell in a Cell, his inevitable destiny arrives. Because ever since he first arrived, he said this is what would come. That it was only that, inevitable, that MJF would become WWE champion. And finally, that day is here. Is that right? In walks LA Knight. Let me talk to you, kid. You see, y'all can walk around here like you're God's gift to wrestling, but the truth of the matter is, LA Knight is walking out of that cell with the WWE Championship. I'm the Golden God, and I'm getting my gold. So you can talk about inevitability, you can talk about destiny, but inevitability and destiny, they ain't nothing against God himself. And you're on Monday Night Raw. And MJF saying, well, no. Just no, you're not a god. You're not a golden god. And you can say what you want, but inevitably, destiny will arrive all the same. Back and forth. Match next week. 100, lovely. MJF versus LA Knight. Banger match, hopefully. Hopefully a banger match. And also, would just be a banger feud, I feel. On the mic especially, that just feels like it would go a bit hard. We're going to go to the ring. It's Naomi versus Paige. Last week, Naomi took a cheap shot against Paige after Naomi's loss in the tag match with Nia Jax against Asuka and Kairi Sane. And now Paige winning a match with Naomi, of course. In the end, Paige picking up the win with the Rampage for 72. Good match, both getting 70s. Happy with that. Happy with that. Naomi defeated as Paige picks up another win and another little bit of momentum heading into Armageddon, her title match for the Women's World title against the Kingpin Io Sky. Beautiful. We're going to go back to the men's locker room. Angel Garza is in there, and in walks Chad Gable. And Chad goes up to Garza and he wants to clear the air. He says he's felt this tension for a while between them, even, heading into Survivor Series WarGames, where thankfully they weren't in that match because he wouldn't want anything to boil over in there. But then last week as well, tagging yourself in and then getting angry after the match. I don't know what this problem is, but I just wanted to clear the air and sort this out, okay? Like Randy would want, like everyone would want, okay? I don't want any beef here, Garza. Garza just turning to Gable and saying that you want to clear the air. I want to fight. And Gable saying that can be arranged. For 100, beautiful. Later tonight, Garza and Gable clear the air the only way men know how, by punching each other. Orton is not physically here. The ghost of Randy Orton resides in this room with his former tag partners. 100, beautiful. And it should be a really good match between Garza and Gable. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh, Jesus. We're going to go to Triple H's office. Triple H is in there with Austin Theory. Alright, let's do this. Right. Theory is complaining, my neck. I think I jerked it a bit. Oh my god. Oh, can you believe he just came out and attacked me like that? I mean, the nerve of some people. If I was you, I'd fire him. I'd fire him, honestly. Getting involved in our business so much, acting like he's amazing. The American Nightmare. What kind of a name is that anyway? It's dumb. It's dumb, I tell you. Triple H, just like, Austin, just relax, okay? Just gotta relax, kid. Very like, okay, I get it. Calm down. It's just, just a lot's been going on. Intercontinental champion and everything. It's a lot. Triple H's like, I know, kid, I know. But hey, Intercontinental champion, defended it twice already. You're doing a great job. Theory smiling. And then Triple H just continues to talk. As you can see, Theory just kind of zoning out a little bit. Everything around him going a bit blurry even. As clearly, young Austin Theory has something on his mind. I felt so lonely, walking the sidewalk. I had no buddies or boys of my own. But then he saw me from inside his limo, invited me in and he gave me some bros. And suddenly Hunter is standing beside me, no longer alone. His light guides the way. Now I've got Hunter. I don't need no fake or phony friends. I can call him Paul. But to you he's the game. Randy would never treat me this kindly. Always ignored me, his only texts would be K. They say to never meet with your heroes, but turns out my hero was really the game. And suddenly Hunter was standing beside me. We'll go to get dinner. He'll ask about my day. Suddenly Hunter is here to provide me with love and affection, and is gold round my waist. Austin! Theory just kind of just shakes himself out. Yo, what's happening? What's happening, bro? What's happening? And he's like, he's zoned out there. You alright, kid? And Theory's like, yeah. That's fine. I was fine. Nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Triple H's like, okay, you know, the match earlier, the crossroads. What, you know? Why don't you take a walk, get something to eat, clear your head. And Austin's eyes light up. He's like, yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Where do you want to go? I know there's this great restaurant downtown, unlimited breadsticks. It's great. You know. Triple H's like, no. I've already ate. You go. And Austin's like, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's cool. I'm just gonna I'll pick something up. Austin Fury leaves. For 83 is fine. Once again, I guess he did kind of physically appear in that segment. We're using that term a bit loosely there. But yeah, 83. Beautiful. Oh, Austin. Where did this series go? God. The ring, that's where it's going next. It's Chase U against Imperium in the Raw Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match. Which team will go to Armageddon and take on Adam Cole and Finn Balor for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships? Let's find out. Chase U, Imperium, in the end, the team who become the #1 contenders is Chase U, baby. Andre Chase manages to roll up Ludwig Kaiser. They go for the European bomb, but, you know, Bodhi, Hayward. I'm trying to think of the European bomb. They go for the European bomb. Bodhi, Hayward getting involved and taking out the other guy, and then Andre Chase managing to roll up Ludwig Kaiser for the 1, the 2, and the 3 for a 71 as Chase Universe. The accent went through a lot there. Chase U. Earn their match. Armageddon, Chase U against Cole and Balor for the Raw Tag titles. 79 Vinci, 72 Kaiser, 43 Chase, 27 Hayward. Happy. I mean, very, very happy with this. Chase U earn their shot at the Raw Tag Team Championships, baby. Beautiful. A feel-good moment. Show continues. The Hurt Business down to the ring. MVP is not happy, you know, calling out Hangman Adam Page and his little cowboy friend to get out here. Hangman coming out, obviously. We Stan Hansen and MVP, you know. So, who the hell y'all think you are getting into Hurt Business's business? You want to go, y'all mighty Bobby Lashley have me kick your ass again. And Stan Hansen says, well, partner, that sounds like a mighty fine proposition. But y'all know what? Hangman here and myself, we ain't alone. Now, y'all see outlaws stick together. And we found another outlaw who was mighty sick of how y'all doing business around here. As out comes El Bandido. The Hangman, the Bandit, and Stan Hansen. I just like saying Stan Hansen. It's very fun to say if you haven't tried it. As yes, El Bandido comes out alongside Hangman and Stan, and he has a great gimmick, which is lovely. And a 94 is lovely. As we're gonna go into a tag match next up, Ezra Judge and Moose in action, taking on Hangman Adam Page and El Bandido here. And in the end, Hangman and El Bandido, the Outlaws, pick up the victory with the double action revolver. I'll talk you through it. Right. El Bandido has a finisher. I think it's called the 21 plex, where his opponent's against the ropes, And he kind of flips over their back, bounces against the rope, comes back, hits a German suplex, and then rolls through and does another one. So he does the bounce against the rope, he hits a German suplex, rolls through, picks him up, and as he holds him up, Adam Page comes in with the buckshot lariat, whilst at the same time, you know, he hits the buckshot lariat and El Bandito hits that second German suplex, and then finishes with a little, you know, holding him for a little roll-up pin, and gets the 1-2-3 on Moose for a 71. Beautiful match. I imagine that finish would look cool. I hope it would be as cool as I imagine it in my head. 74 Hangman, 63 El Bandito. All right, El Bandito. 54 Moose, 27 Judge. Very happy. The Outlaws off to a lovely little win here with victory over Judge and Moose in the Hurt Business. After match, you know, Hangman looking out, eyes firmly set on Lashley. He still wants that rematch with the Almighty, doesn't he? As then we're going to go backstage to Kathy Kelly here. And Kathy Kelly here is interviewing the Raw Tag Champs, Cole and Balor. And she asked them, how are they feeling? Armageddon, they know their opponents. They're going to be facing Andre Chase and Bodhi Hayward of Chase University. How are they feeling? And Cole just laughing to himself, saying, Kathy, how are we feeling? We're feeling great. We're feeling great. We're feeling 10 out of 10. You know why? Because we found out we're going to be defending our titles against Chase University bums. And Finn Balor saying, Kathy, make no mistake. Come Armageddon. Well, if those Chase U2 are brave enough to show up, we're going to put them through hell. We're going to kick both of their asses. And we're going to keep a hold of our Raw Tag Team Championships for 100. Beautiful work from Cole and Balor. They say they ain't stressed. They say they ain't worried about Bodhi Hayward and Andre Chase. Are they right to feel that way? I guess only time will tell, won't it? And then we're going to go to Kevin Owens backstage again. And Kevin Owens just walking around, still, you know, shouting, banging in every locker room, trying to find Seth Rollins. And then finally, he stops and he looks up at the locker room, and it has just, you know, it has a sign in it, Seth Rollins private locker room, or something to that effect. And Kevin's like, finally. And it's like, who's Seth? And then he just kicks the door in. Door flies open. Kevin storms in the ring, looking around. You know, no one in there except there's a TV. And as Kevin's just looking around, the TV suddenly turns on, and it's just a video of Seth Rollins, just a, you know, loot video of Seth Rollins raising the WWE title as Kevin Owens is laid out at Survivor Series WarGames. Just a replay over and over of that video, and in the background, obviously, the only sound, lovely large speakers to echo around the room. Kevin Owens might actually go insane at this rate. 100. Beautiful. Owens did not find Seth. He just found his version of hell right now, I imagine. For 100, though, is good. Is very, very good. As then we're going to head to the main event. Angel Garza and Chad Gable 1-on-1. Gable wanted to clear the air with Garza, and Garza wanted to punch Chad Gable in the face. So I guess we'll do it in the ring, shall we? Garza and Gable, both men hold distinction, of course, of being Raw Tag Champs with Randy Orton this past year. Garza and Orton winning those tag titles at some point that I can't remember specifically. And then Garza getting hurt and Chad Gable coming in to replace him. And then Gable and Orton losing the titles at SummerSlam. Garza obviously holding some resentment for that still. As well as a slew of other things probably on his mind. But still, Gable and Garza 1-on-1 in the end here. It is Chad Gable who manages to roll Garza up and get a 1-2-3. Just over 15 minutes, just quick-paced, fast action, end to the show. These two just going at it. High action and a 98. Both men tearing the house down as you'd expect them to. 94 Gable, 82 Garza. Both doing really well as well, which is lovely. In the end, though, Gable manages to roll Garza up. Yeah, that all-important 1-2-3. As after the match, Gable goes to Garza. You know, Garza's on the floor. Gable reaches down and offers his hand. You know, show respect. Shake the hand. Garza just looks at Gable's hand, looks at him, and then Garza standing to his feet on his own. Gable looking at Garza, and he lifts his hand up, still offering that handshake. He even says it, just shake the hand. Okay? I don't want any problems with you. We fought just like you wanted. Just shake the hand. And Garza looking down at Gable's hand, shaking his head, and then just walking away for a 100. A dramatic end to the show. As how are the participants in the Armageddon 6-man Hell in a Cell match for the WWE title doing? Kevin's going insane over Seth. Gable and Garza are beefing. And LA Knight and MJF are fighting in the main event next week. So it's all going down, isn't it? 100 though. Good end to the show as Raw in this Christmas musical special of somewhat. This isn't even the Christmas show. The Christmas shows are the go-home shows next week. 97 though is lovely. As, yeah, good show. Good show all around, building up nicely, heading into Armageddon here on Raw. Of course, Armageddon, not the only premium live event special coming up, though. We have one more, NXT Takeover WarGames. And so let's continue building up to that. And it's actually the semi-finals in the NXT and NXT Women's Breakout Tournaments. The NXT Women's and the NXT Breakout Tournaments. All 4 semi-finals are tonight. And so we got a lot to get through. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it and find out our finalists in those breakout tournaments and a hell of a lot more in another edition of NXT. And NXT gets underway with Lexi Nair. I've put Kathy Kelly with Lexi Nair interviewing Johnny Gargano and Shinsuke Nakamura, the NXT Japan champion. Kathy Kelly, asking them what has led to this. Teaming up, them two together. Heading forward, Survivor Series War Games. After all. And Gargano and Nakamura say that, at Survivor Series War Games, they went to war. They battled with each other. And through battle, through war, through the hard hits, the kicks, the punches, through it all, they earned each other's respect. And Nakamura says that, Gargano did earn his respect. And that's not an easy thing, he says. And so when he saw what Gargano was going through, he wanted to help him. Diamond Mine fought so dishonorably. And so, he's here to work with Johnny to take him down a peg for a 100. Lovely. The very beautiful team of Gargano and Nakamura. If you have, tag name suggestions, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I tried to wrap my head. I couldn't come up with the perfect one. So, you have any? Let me know. But we're going to jump into things in-ring wise with the first NXT Breakout Tournament semi-final of the night. It is going to be Kid Bandit versus Hook. Kid Bandit versus Hook. Both superstars want to stamp their ticket to the final. Hook coming out. Well, the Creed brothers are busy training for their match that night, but Hook coming out with Taz, Malcolm Bivens too, probably Roderick Strong, and Ivan are backstage training with the Creed brothers for their match against Gargano and Nakamura. But Bivens and Taz, of course, coming out with Hook, and then Kid Bandit coming out, the protagonist of professional wrestling, making their entrance here, wanting to come out on top. Both superstars want to get that win, want to advance into this breakout tournament final at NXT TakeOver War Games. Only one will. And in the end, the superstar who does advance is Hook. Hook does lock in the red rum and does get the one, well, not the 1, 2, 3, does get the tap out. Kid Bandit tries to hold on, tries to stay in there, but in the end, no choice but to tap out. 31 for the match. 43 Hook, well done. 22 Kid Bandit, done well. As Hook advances into the NXT Breakout Tournament final. Will he be facing off with Duke Sterling, or will he be facing off with Brooks Jensen? We will find out later tonight. But you have to wait and see. But Hook is into the final. Well done to Hook, and unlucky to Kid Bandit. You'll get him next time. You get him next time. When we're going to go backstage, we're going to go backstage to the women's locker room. And in the women's locker room, Next Gen going to Bianca Belair and the Black Heart Tank Express. And Next Gen, welcoming Bianca first of all to NXT. Nice to have another person around here who can see through Mandy Rose. And Team 2001, giving their props to the Black Heart Tank Express. I've been killing it here on the tag division for a while now. Kind of under the radar. But they say they've been watching, they've been paying attention. And they offer Black Heart Tank Express a tag team match later tonight. And I happily accept, there we go, of course, for 67. Yeah, good. The army of people who just don't like toxic attraction, just saying hi, saying what's up. Next Gen here. First time they've been on since Survivor Series WarGames. So howdy, how you doing? 67, good. As then, we're going to have the first semi-final in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. It's going to be Ivy Nile versus the Master Valerie Laredo. Still need to change her name, don't I? We'll get there. But now it's Ivy Nile versus Valerie Laredo. Both women... I mean, yeah, both women want to win. Both, maybe a bit more technical, maybe a bit more hard-hitting. The Master Valerie Laredo, Ivy Nile training with the Diamond Mine. All different styles, obviously. I imagine it'll be a good contest. But only one will get to the final. Who's it going to be? In the end, Ivy Nile versus Valerie Laredo. It is Valerie Laredo who gets the victory and books her ticket into the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament final via submission. 41 for the match is fine. 42 Valerie Laredo, 30 Ivy Nile. Yeah, cool the crowd, but who cares? Valerie Laredo books her spot into the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament final. Will she be facing Cassidy Rain? Will she be facing Misha Slamovich? We will have to wait till later tonight to find out. But for now, the Master Valerie Laredo enjoys her moment of victory. Lovely. And then we're going to go to scenes. Scenes, a few days ago or whatever. And there's a lot of commotion in the D'Angelo household. Yeah, let's go with that. D'Angelo household. Everyone's there. Santino's, Ariana, Vladimir, Tony, Beverly, Michael, Madcap, Otis, Tucker, Harland. Everybody's here. And it's just a lot of commotion. Santino obviously still stressed, huh? You sleep with my daughter, huh? You getting my daughter pregnant, huh? You getting my daughter pregnant without marrying her, huh? Huh? Michael Corleone trying to calm things down. He doesn't want this stress. He's old. He's dying. He doesn't need this stress right now. Tony's still pleading his innocence. I did not sleep with that woman. I swear to the Holy Mother above. Beverly like, Tony, don't use the Lord's name in vain like that. All the commotion going on. And then Michael just, quiet. Just quiet in the room. He has that effect. He is a man of power, isn't he? Okay. Tony, Mr. Morella, there's only one answer to this that I see, and I think you may agree with me. Tony, Ariana, you two have to get married now. No, he's like, whoa, let's hold on here. Me and Ariana, we got a good thing going here, huh? She's my princess, I love her, but, marriage, I cannot stress this enough. I did not sleep with that woman. So he's like, oh, you're calling my daughter a liar, huh? You're calling my daughter a liar, huh? And Tony's like, whoa, let's calm down. And then, a lot of arguing again. And then Michael popping up again saying, look. I understand what the problem is here. Is it 'cause he don't work out? Or still lives at his mom's house? With the dingy, stingy badness of his clothes? And though we know that he plans well, his plans usually seem to fail. But you'll never meet a Don who's as sensitive and sweet. So he's a bit of a fixer-upper. He's got a couple flaws, like he's always wearing that same damn outfit and still believes in Santa Claus. He's a bit of a fixer-upper, but this I promise you, we're gonna fix this fixer-upper for you, baby, and you do. Look, oh my goodness, can we stop this, please? Okay, I did not get this woman pregnant. Tony, I think I know what the problem is, huh? Is it because she got a mother nose? Or the fact that she grows? Or because she doesn't have the biggest... Damn! Are you turning down this proposal, huh? Because she thinks she knows all, huh? Or is it because you knocked her up, and you want to run away? Yeah. So she's a bit of a fixer-up, huh? So she's got a couple bugs, huh? Like the fact the bellies are growing bigger and in need of you showering her with love. So she's a bit of a fixer-up, but you know you what to do. You went and knocked up my doctor, and now that baby there's on you. Okay. Look, Jesus Christ. I did not, I apologize, Mother, for taking Lord's name in vain. I did not knock her up, okay? We have yet to make sweet, passionate, or otherwise love. Not that it's any of y'all business, but still, I have no idea what is going on right now. Okay, but Pa, you gave me the talk. You know about the power of my meatballs and spaghetti. And so I know that I could not have gotten her pregnant. Okay, I feel like everyone's going cuckoo bananas around here. I do not know what's going on. And look, gee, we got some stuff to deal with anyway. Okay, back on NXT. Okay, we will deal with whatever this is at some point. But Oh my goodness! I just can't right. I just can't right now. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's go. For a 70, beautiful. Ends with commotion. Tony, done with it or whatever. Just walking off. It's a high pressure situation. It's a very high pressure situation. A lot is going on. Let's just put it. A lot is going on, shall we? Then we're gonna go to Lexi Nair and Lexi Nair interviewing Charlie Dempsey. I'm on the wrong part. Sorry. That's later. Oh, Christ. Team 2001 versus Blackheart World Tank Express. Team 2001 come out on top in the end. Cora Jade pinning Shotzi Blackheart after a DDT. 59. For the match is alright. 61 Roxanne, 54 Cora. Blackheart will both get 50s. That's fine. Happy with that. I was looking at the wrong part in the match card. Christ. My mistake. Blackheart, well, coming up short though. But, respect after the match. They shake hands. Candice and Bianca at ringside. No, Candice and Bianca aren't out there. They just let them do their thing. Den rushes out Toxic Attraction. The sneak attack. After all four women are a bit tired. Bianca and Candice coming out for support. Massive brawl breaking out of kind of those six against Toxic Attraction mainly, but varying levels of tired, especially in Team 2001 and Black Hot Tank Express. All going down, security rushing out to separate things, and then a Mr. William Regal walking out onto the stage. Had enough of this. He's had enough of this, he has. You lot, you got a problem? Then you can sort it out. You can all have a chance to sort it out, huh? And you can do it. For all the marbles, and you can do it in WarGames. For 76. Lovely. First WarGames match. Lovely and set. I'd like to distinguish them a bit, in style at least. So, the women's will be 3v3v3. It will be Candice LeRae, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade next gen, taking on Toxic Attraction, taking on Bianca Belair and the Black Heart World Tank Express for all the marbles. As William Regal puts it, the winning team will claim the NXT Women's and the Women's Tag Team Championships. 76. Lovely. Happy with that. Good. And then we're going to go to Charlie Dempsey being interviewed by Lexi Nair. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Charlie Dempsey being interviewed. And Charlie Dempsey just making it very clear. Sheamus can say what he wants. But that's Pete Dunne. That he wants that match with Sheamus, and he's going to come and he's going to get that match with Sheamus, no matter what. Sheamus worrying about, messing him up for his father. Sheamus will be worrying about himself and what Charlie Dempsey's going to do when he gets his hands on him for a 29. Lovely work, Charlie. Lovely work. Charlie Dempsey really wanting that match with Sheamus in action later tonight to give a preview to what Sheamus has got coming his way. Then we got the other semi-final in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Ass at the Reign taking on Misha Slamovich. Only one woman can get that one final though against Valerie, Laredo, Tricky Willie, and the big booty Betties. No, just Marseille and Mansoir, yeah. Just Marseille and Mansoir coming out of her. And also Tatum Paxley. And Cassie Rain, a bit, unsure on Tatum Paxley still. But again, just going on with her business. And going on with her business rather well, I guess you can say, as she picks up the win with the ripcord lariat and books her spot in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament final. 59 for the match is good. 55 Cassidy. 46 Misha Slamovich. Misha Slamovich putting on a nice little display there. But in the end, it is Cassidy Rain who books her spot in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament final. It will be Cassidy Rain versus the Master, Valerie Laredo, at NXT Takeover WarGames for that NXT Women's Breakout contract, which women will get the win and get their guaranteed, NXT Women's Championship match at a time of their choosing. We'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be one of them. Will it be the Master, Valerie Laredo, or will it be Cassidy Rain? We'll have to wait and see. But good. Happy. After the match, of course, Massey and Swerve raising her arm. Tampax's there as well. Cassidy's still very hesitant about Tatum. And then Valerie Laredo coming out onto the stage for a stare down with Cassidy Rain. Cassidy Rain's, looking over a bit at Tampax, but then just ignoring her and focusing on her stare down with Valerie Laredo. Hopefully a good match. Both pretty good. So hopefully a decent little match between the pair for 42. Good. Happy with that. Nice little match. When the commotion, and we're rushing to the NXT parking lot, the most dangerous place on planet Earth, and it's all out war back there between the family and the Mafia Raja, Tony, Don Wagner, Happy Harland, Medical Mass, Otis the Bulldozevic, Tucker Night, all fighting out with Jinder Mahal, Veer Mahan, Sanga, Shanky, the Singe brothers. It is absolute chaos back there in NXT parking lot. Security trying to get involved, but not doing too good a job. You can kind of see the matchups, I guess. I mean, Don Wagner and Veer fighting. Yeah, Sanga fighting with Happy Harland, Shanky and Madcap, the Sin Brothers and Otis and Tucker. God knows that would work. Jinder and Tony just brawling it out for a 60. Lovely. Nice little segment. Another nice little segment. Before back to the ring, Charlie Dempsey versus Josh Briggs. Both men came up short in their NXT Breakout Tournament semi-quarterfinals even. But looking to bounce back, the pair of them. In the end, though, it's Charlie Dempsey who does so, wants that match with Sheamus, and picks up a little bit of momentum, perhaps, on his way there for a 24. Good match. 35 Josh Briggs, 24 Charlie Dempsey, who was off his game. Not tonight, Charlie. You're trying to impress Sheamus. You're trying to impress the handsome ginger Irishman. Come on, Charlie. Come on. Oh, Lord. Afterwards, we're going to go to the segment some of you have been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a dinner debonair as we go to a lovely, fancy establishment with Tricky Willie himself and Cameron Grimes. And they're sitting at their table. They just had their dinner. It was delicious. And now the dinner's done, the debonair begins, I suppose. Cameron Grimes flipping through some business plans that Tricky Willie handed to him. And Cameron Grimes like, well, Tricky, these are mighty fine to look at, but these are just pictures of booties. Where are your numbers, your finances? Oh, grimy baby. You're the finances, man. You're the finances. Cameron's like, well, hold on a minute there, Trick. You ain't got my finances yet. Tricky's like, please, come on, grimy baby. Huh? It's a working arrangement. Everybody wins. You bring the finances, and I bring those fine asses. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Cameron Grimes just like, I don't know, Tricky. I don't know about this. And Trick's just like, grimy baby. Oh, grimy baby. Don't you see? And Grimes is like, don't I see what? And Tricky's like, oh, grimy, don't you see? You and me, we could be best friends. Why y'all singing, Trick? I could find you babes with juicy rear ends. Well, no, seriously, why y'all singing? You and me, we could be best friends. If you just give your credit card a lend. Now, hold on a minute, Trick. You see, you just what, grimy baby? You want to tell me, grimy baby? Well, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm singing too now, aren't I? My goodness. Your business plan feels a little exploitive. won't even touch you that fake word, Grammy. But even then, I know I must admit, I do like babes who are pretty thick. You see, Grammy, baby? Now we're talking. Please don't call me that. We're really making progress, Grammy, baby. You and me with our big booty baddies against the world. Can't you see it? See what? That. What? Our future, Grammy, baby. Our future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. Please don't come. Where did you get those sunglasses? That don't matter, Grammy, baby. That don't matter. Because you see, you and me, we could be best friends. We trick the happiness never has to end. Think of all your big bootied new friends. If you just give your credit card a lend. A lend. A lend. If you just give your credit card a lend. A lend. A lend. If you just give your credit card a lend. Come on, Grammy, baby, what'd you say? You and me against the world, just like old times. I only met you like last week. Don't be silly, Grammy, baby. Grammy, baby, and Tricky Willie go way back. And we can go way forward together into our bright, bright future. Just say yes. Shucks, you know what? Okay, let's do it. Oh, Grammy, baby, you made me the happiest owner, founder, and head proprietor in the world. Now, if you don't mind, it's time for Tricky's big finish. Places, everybody. A lend. A lend. Thanks for giving your credit card a lend. A lend. A lend. Thanks for giving your credit card a lend. Oh, Grammy, baby. Do you even realize that your fantabulous adventure has just begun? Because with Tricky, you never run out of fun. With Tricky, you never run out of fun. With Tricky, you never run out of fun. And with Tricky, it's booties instead of bums. 46. Lovely segment, lovely segment. Cameron Grimes officially agrees to, invest in the big booty baddies for a 46 is lovely. Is lovely. The big booty baddies, what a night for them. They've got their finance, they're getting investment from Cameron Grimes. Cassidy reigns into the women's breakout tournament final. Everything is looking up for those behinds of the big booty baddies. As we're going to continue on with the NXT breakout tournament earlier tonight, it was Hook who booked his spot into the final. But who will Hook face? Will he be facing Brooks Jensen, the youngster, the up-and-coming superstar, looking to go, prove himself against the odds and earn himself a breakout tournament contract to break out? Will it be his opponent? Brooks Jensen's a sweet country boy. Duke Sterling's the opposite. He knows the fine life and fine things. He calls himself and his friends GOATED, goated, because he thinks they're that good. Of course, accompanied by Big Dub, Ora Mensah, and Nate Preston, who watch on as, in the end, Brooks Jensen and Duke Sterling both coming close at times to this one. But in the end, it is Duke Sterling who stamps his ticket, hitting God's last gift onto Brooks Jensen and getting that 1, 2, 3. For a 25, it's fine. 31 Brooks, 29 Duke. Crowd just not invested, sadly. Duke's stamina and a lot of other things. but we move. It's fine. Breakout tournaments both are set. The women's breakout tournament final, Cassidy Rain versus Valerie Laredo. The men's, or just the regular NXT breakout tournament final, shall I say, Duke Sterling versus Hook. Lovely. Who will come out on top? Will it be Hook of the Diamond Mine earning himself that contract, breaking out and getting a guaranteed championship match of his choosing? Or will it be Duke Sterling proving the greatness he sees in himself and talks about so often is very much true? Duke and the rest of Goaded go up the ramp, standing tall. when Diamond Mine's music hits and they walk out and Hook staring down with Duke for a moment. Taz, pulling him away from it a little bit. Taz and Big Dub staring down as well, because that's fun. As Diamond Mine heads to the ring, because the Creed brothers are in action next up. 50 for that, by the way. It's fine. It's all right. It's all right. And then out comes the Creed brothers' opponents, Johnny Gargano and Shinsuke Nakamura. Full Expositories War Games earns each other's respect and are teaming together to take on the Diamond Mine. Creed brothers, the youngster superstars, against these two veterans in Gargano and Nakamura, honestly. And in the end, maybe the experience is just too much to handle, as Gargano and Nakamura do pick up the win. For an 81, Nakamura hitting Creed with the Kinshasa in the end and getting the 1, 2, 3, 94 Gargano, 92 Nakamura, 50 Creed, 47, 50, saying Creed doesn't help, 50 Brutus, 47 Julius. It's a good match. It's a good match. And they did all right. They did all right. They're learning, and getting in the ring with people like Gargano and Nakamura will just help them learn as well. But in the end, Nakamura and Gargano do pick up the win for that 81, shall I say, after the match. Steel chair in hand, strong into the ring, going for Gargano. Nakamura trying to fight him off, but there's even more commotion everywhere around us as we cut backstage to footage of a steel chair holding Montez Ford, the North American champion, going at Omos and Bubba Tunde after attack of his last week, managing to get them down a bit. Then him and Cruz fighting it out, him going for Cruz with a chair, Cruz trying to get out of there. Eventually Cruz making his way out down the ramp as Ford chases after him. And there's even more commotion as from the crowd starts to brawl out the family and the Mafia Raja. There's fights going on everywhere here. Ford and Cruz are battling out in and around the ring. Gargano and Nakamura fighting out with the Diamond Mine. The family and the Mafia Raja are going at it. It's all chaos. It's all commotion. And everyone makes themselves way out to the ring and the ringside area, just beating the life out of each other, shall I say. In the end, it ends with, what are the dynamics at play here? It ends with Gargano, Nakamura, Ford, Tony, and the rest of the family in the ring, whilst the Diamond Mine, Cruz, Omos, Bubba Tunde, and the Mafia Raja are on the outside of the ring. When William Regal walks out, of course, and he says, well, what do we have here then, sunshine? Oh, I know what it looks like to me. It looks like War Games. For 77. I feel like every accent I do of William Regal is drastically different. But oh well. War Games, everybody. It's War Games. And the teams, if you're curious, on one side, I want to kind of just a mixture, because that's what just happens sometimes. Just a number of feuds just kind of forged together into a big War Games. So why not? Gargano, Nakamura, Montez Ford, and Tony D'Angelo taking on Roderick Strong, Apollo Crews, Jinder Mahal, and one more superstar. It could be, one of the Creed brothers. It could be Omos, Bubba Tunde. It could be one of the Mafia Raja. So many options. They'll have to discuss that amongst themselves. But for a 77, an action-packed War Games is set, which hopefully will be a lot of fun. I don't know how well it will do rating-wise, but I think it should be a lot of fun with all those guys in there. I imagine it being fun, at least. I imagine it. When we're going to go to the main event, as announced last week, it's going to be the NXT champion Isaiah Swerve Scott taking on Legado's Dominic Mysterio. Legado have set their sights on Isaiah Swerve Scott. Dominic on him especially, and that type. And, Dominic wants gold since joining the Diamond Mine to help start building his own Legado. His own legacy to leave behind. And Swerve just got that title. He doesn't want to be disrespected. He's this NXT is Swerve's house. And he wants to stop anyone who's trying to beat him up in his house, which, fair enough. Stand your ground, I guess. That's the law in some places. As, in the end, Isaiah Swerve Scott does manage to hit that Swerve stomp for the 1, 2, 3. 76 match is fine. 77 Swerve, 59 Dom. Both did okay. But Dominic comes up short, and Isaiah Swerve Scott, the NXT champion, stands victorious, raising that time in the hour after the match. Dominic rolling out over with Zelina, not too happy. Humberto and Santos are there as well, and Zelina's like, Isaiah, don't get too proud of yourself. Don't get too happy with yourself. You might have beat Dominic, but Dominic's so young, and you've been here for God knows how long. It won't be too long before he's beating you, but that's fine. That's fine for now. But make one thing for sure, Isaiah. That championship is coming to Legado one way or another. As suddenly, Isaiah Swerve Scott is, just quickly turned around and planted into the mat with La Sombra from Andrade. Andrade, of course, been very busy over on Monday Night Raw with Triple H and his Chosen, but he is still a member of Legado, and I mean, there's just a hell of the Chosen is kind of falling to pieces at the minute. So Andrade, I thought, hey, I'll go get myself some gold, shall I, for a 100. NXT goes off air. Legado all get into the ring, and Zelina hands Andrade the NXT title as he raises it over the fallen Isaiah Swerve Scott for that 100. Very good end. Good end to a good episode of NXT here. 80 rating, somewhere in there. 84, yeah. The main event let down a bit, but hey ho, here we go. Breakout tournament final set. Cassidy Rain versus Valerie Laredo. Hook versus Duke Sterling. War Games, Toxic Attraction versus Next Gen versus Belair and the Black Hole Tank Express for the NXT Women's and NXT Women's Tag titles. We got Gargano, Nakamura, Tony D'Angelo and Montez Ford. What a dream team that is. Taking on Roderick Strong, Apollo Crews, Jinder Mahal, and I mean it could be Brutus Creed or Julius Creed or Omos or Baba Tunde or Veer Mahan or Sangha or Shanky or either one of the Singe brothers. There's a lot of options. We'll have to wait till next week to see. But a good episode of NXT that I am happy with. That's not the end of the episode. Of course, we got one more show to get through. And so without further ado, let's jump into things with another episode of Friday Night Smackdown. And Smackdown gets underway with Bronson Reed storming down to the ring. He ain't looking happy. He looks ready for war indeed. He gets in the ring and he calls out Judgment Day, attacked last week during his interview, of course, by Damian Priest and Dom, well, just Dijak. It'll take me a minute to get used to that name. And he calls him out. You want to fight? Let's fight. But you don't have to wait till my back's turned because I'm ready to go. Out comes Dijak. Dijak comes out for an 86. Lovely, 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 lovely. And then we're going to kick off the show with just that. It is Bronson Reed versus Dijak, and in the end it is Bronson Reed picking up the win with the Tsunami for an 81. Very good match there, Bronson, well done. 81 Bronson Reed, 61 Dijak. Happy with that. Good match, good little opener there, as Bronson Reed does pick up a victory. And we're just going to keep things going match-wise. There's a lot of matches tonight on SmackDown. Quite a match-focused show. Because, SmackDown doesn't have any funny characters, really. It doesn't have its Chase U, Big Booty Baddies, Tony and the Family. So SmackDown is quite a wrestling-focused show. So someone's got to be in the wrestling company, I guess. And it's going to be Alexa Bliss and Zoe Stark taking on Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green. Of course, Deonna and Chelsea have had their problems with Alexa and Zoe in the recent weeks, questioning if Zoe Stark has what it takes to be here on SmackDown. And the match goes on. Alexa and Green take each other out. Deonna and Stark going at it. Zoe Stark managing to get Deonna up onto her shoulders, ready for her finisher. But then Lana climbs up onto the apron, providing a bit of a distraction. Zoe letting go of Deonna, going over to Lana. Deonna trying to take advantage, goes at Zoe from behind, but Zoe managing to duck Deonna, or I'll just say it, decking Lana, taking her down off the apron as Zoe Stark quickly scoops her up from behind, hits her finisher, and gets the 1, 2, 3 on Deonna Purrazzo for a 70. Good match, big win there for Zoe Stark, getting the pin on former $1 million champion Deonna Purrazzo. Oh, that belly to back GTS. 71 Alexa, 70 Deonna, 58 Zoe, 45 Chelsea. Happy with that. Bliss and Stark get the victory here. Yeah, a lovely little victory. And then after the match, Bliss and Stark up the ramp. Alexa raising Zoe's arm in the ring. Deonna not happy. Chelsea and Lana checking on her when Deonna attacks Lana after the match. Just, big hit to lay Lana out. Puts her in the Fujiwara armbar. Lana tapping. Deonna not caring, holding it for a bit, and then finally just letting go on her and Chelsea Green, leaving Lana thriving in pain in the ring to get checked over for an 80. Unlucky Lana. But 80 though is good. Good match, good post. Solid start to the show. And then the show's just going to continue going. In the ring, as charges out the United States champion, Braun Breaker. The sirens blare, and the pit bull, Roman Reigns' dog of war, makes his way to the ring. And he says he heard people were looking for him. Well, you don't have to look far. He's right here. So if anyone's got a problem with him, if anyone wants to go, let's do this. Obviously having his problems with the WarGames team that they lost to, Keith Lee, Breezango, and Jimmy Uso. And it is Jimmy Uso who comes out to meet him. I got a problem with you, dog. Jimmy Uso's still a bit beat up from being attacked last week by Braun Breaker, but you got a problem with me. Well, let's sort this out. Let's sort this out here right now for 100. Lovely segment. And then Braun Breaker versus Jimmy Uso. Match-wise, Jimmy tries his best, but the strength and the power of Braun Breaker, with Jimmy also already being a bit banged up and a bit hurt from the attack from Braun Breaker last week and WarGames as well, in the end, Braun Breaker does storm to victory. Match-wise, how I imagine it, well, there's a 62 for the match, which is, whatever, 75. It was only like a 5-minute match, which is why the segment rating's a bit low. But yeah, Braun Breaker just demolishing Jimmy Uso, getting quite a kick out of it. And then, towards the end of the match as it's going on, Breezango finally rushed down to the ring, steel chairs in hand on the apron, as Braun Breaker holding up Jimmy Uso, ready to hit him with like a 5th military press power slam. Just staring down, Breezango threatening to get in that ring. Braun Breaker doesn't hit it. He just drops Jimmy Uso to the mat. And then he just places one foot onto Jimmy and gets the 1, 2, 3. Immediately after, Breezango rushing to the ring. And Braun just gets out, standing tall. And then afterwards, commercial comeback. And yes, Jade Cargill comes out, our $1 million champion, making her first appearance on Friday night. A permanent member now, of course. For an 81, she comes out. Greatness is here. She has brought greatness to SmackDown. She is the $1 million champion, which is apt. Jade Cargill, millions of dollars. That's what she's worth. That's what she gets paid. That's who she is. That's a state of mind. And so she's here to give back. The festive season. We have our Christmas specials next week. She's here to give back with $1 million challenge for whoever wants to step up. Stepping up, first of all, is Sol Raka, who has a really cool-looking new finisher, IRL, and in-game, of course, but also came up short in the first round of the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Looking to show what she can do, though. Doesn't want just to sit back and wait and do nothing. Looking to show what she can do against the new $1 million champion, and in the end, puts up a good fight. But Jade Cargill comes out on top of the Jaded for a 54. Good match. It's okay. 62 Jade, 24 Sol, and Sol's off her game, sadly. Come on, Sol. You can't be doing that. You cannot be off your game when you have a chance to shine like this. But Jade's doing well. Jade's come a long way. In-ring ratings growing. Segment-wise, she does good segments, like angles. It's fine. Jade Cargill comes out on top and keeps a hold of that $1 million title of hers. When we're going to go backstage to the best part of Friday Night SmackDown's Kayla Braxton. And Kayla Braxton is interviewing Big E and Kofi Kingston, who are, of course, 2/3 of the group formerly known as the New Day. And Big E and Kofi are there. Welcome back, Big E. Big E says it is good to be back. And he can't wait to get his hands on Aleister Black. He thanks his brother Kofi for getting the job done. And he got the job done. He beat Aleister, he beat Ciampa. But now Big E says he's ready. He's ready to get in that ring with Aleister Black. And he's ready to give him a good old-fashioned ass whooping for a 100. Lovely. Big E back. Returned last week after the attack from Aleister Black at Survivor Series WarGames, and in the main event, he will take on Aleister Black. This SmackDown Tag Title feud has taken quite a prominence on the show. It is main eventing every week so far, I think, and it will continue that tonight. Black and Big E in the main event. But for now, we're going to go to the ring for another women's tag team match, and it's Ilja and Liv Morgan taking on No Mercy, Sonya Deville, and Tay Conti. Sonya and Tay Conti questioned Ilja's ability, said that she was holding Liv Morgan back, and Liv said no to that. She said Ilja's her friend, her best friend. She's not holding her back. They'll climb together. But Sonya just kind of laughed that off. Of course, 2 weeks back, Sonya beat Liv Morgan after Liv was distracted by Tay attacking Ilja. And then last week, Ilja beat Tay Conti. And now in tag team action, Ilja and Liv Morgan versus No Mercy. In the end, Sonya manages to lock Ilja in the PTO. And Ilja stays in it for a little bit. You know, she doesn't want to just give up. Let Liv Morgan down. And he had no choice but to tap out. As No Mercy pick up the win for an 80. Good match. 83 Sonya, 74 Liv, 54 Ilja, 58 Tay. All done alright. But it's No Mercy who show no mercy and pick up the victory here in this tag team match. Beautiful. When we're going to go backstage to the Tribal Chiefs locker room. Roman Reigns in there with Paul, with Jay, with the Von Erichs, you know. And Roman looks a little in his head. You know, Paul, did I do the right thing? Accepting Keith's challenge, was that the right thing, wise man? Give me that counsel I brought y'all here for. Was that the right thing? And Paul, oh, my tribal chief, of course it was. At Armageddon, you will smash Keith Lee, because you are the head of the table. You are the tribal chief. Roman saying, I know you're right, Paul, but what if it was the wrong choice? What if Keith gets lucky like he did at Survivor Series WarGames, huh? First we got the disrespect that Cody Rhodes, who y'all told me to try and get, Paul, how you told me to try and get, disrespecting me. And now this. I don't know if it was the right move, Paul. And the wise man, Paul, saying, it disturbs me to see you, my chief, looking so down in the dumps. Every guy here'd love to be you, my chief, even when taking your bumps. There's no man around as acknowledged as you. You're everyone's favorite guy. Everyone's awed and inspired by you, and it's not very hard to see why. No one's slick as my chief, no one's quick as my chief, no one beat the Hollywood phony like my chief, for there's no one around half as noble. Perfect, could never do wrong. You can ask any J. Rosh or Marshall, and they'll tell you whose team they prefer to be on. No one's beam like my chief. We all dream of my chief. No one's got wet, long, flowing black hair like my chief. As a specimen, yes, I'm intimidated. My, what a guy. That's my chief. Give 5 eye acknowledges. Give 12 hip hips. My chief is the best and the rest ain't worth shit. No one fights like my chief, gives out spears like my chief. In the wrestling ring, nobody wins like my chief. There's no one as burly and brawny. As you see, I've got biceps to spare. Not a bit of him scraggly or scrawny. That's right. Having this much talent is rare. No one hits like my chief, no just wits like my chief. And in 2 weeks, Keith Lee will get smashed up by my chief. I'm especially good at defeating people who think they could beat my chief. When I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs. Every morning helped me get large. And now that I'm the chief, I eat 5 dozen eggs, so I'm roughly the size of a But no one shoots like my chief, gives out boots like my chief, then heads backstage and wears a suit quite like my chief. Represent this whole place on all of the talk shows. My what a guy, my chief. For 100, Roman Reigns ending things looking a lot more assured of himself. You know. The power of a moving musical number, shall we say. 100 is, well, yeah, great. Yeah, perfect segment, of course, with this beautiful, beautiful musical number from these lads. Lovely. Roman Reigns benefited from having a hot catchphrase. I'm trying to think of the lines I just said. Somewhere in that song is Roman Reigns' hot new catchphrase. Leave your comments down below with which line you think is Roman's hot new catchphrase. As the show's going to continue on with the next match in the Cesaro and Ricochet Best of 7. They got one win apiece and they continue on. Of course, the winner of the Best of 7 will earn a spot in the Royal Rumble. Who will get the win here? It's Cesaro versus Ricochet. In the end, this match, a lot quicker than the others. The other ones, both men just kind of had to wear each other down over time to end it, but they've already fought a couple times already. Maybe both of them are a bit tired out from these fast-paced battles they've been having. Match going on as, you know, maybe it had been expectedly in the past few times. Ricochet goes high, and out of nowhere, Cesaro managing to get to his feet and hit a massive uppercut to Ricochet, grounding the high flyer, grounding the man that gravity forgot, and allowing him to get a much quicker 1, 2, 3. For an 80, good match. Only 7.5 minutes, so rating kind of capped a bit, but 80 is very good still. 87 Ricochet, 69 Cesaro. Why did I say Trevor? Who's Trevor? Who is Trevor? 69 Cesaro. Nice. As yeah, another good little matchup between these pair, working really well together, having good chem. And Cesaro takes a 2-1 lead in the Best of 7 challenge. Cesaro gets one step closer to booking his ticket to the Royal Rumble. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. When out comes to the ring, the man, Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch says, well, I got a date with Destiny set now, don't I? Armageddon. Buried alive match. Where I get my hands back on my Women's Universal Championship and I bury her alive, because make no mistake that the man is going to come around to Armageddon and the man is going to walk out with that championship of mine. But for tonight, I'm still feeling in a fighting mood. I've still got some anger. I want to get out. So I'm issuing another open challenge. Who wants to step in the ring with the man? Who wants to go toe to toe with the man? Who wants to fight the man? When out comes the NXT UK Women's Champion, Jessica Harley. Now, Jessica Harley, you might recognise her name, was in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament and she went out in the first round and she did very well in ring, surprisingly well. Honing her talent down in NXT UK, inexplicably, the 19-year-old American defeated four-time NXT UK Women's Champion Alba Fire. Don't know how that happened either. NXT UK is a wild west of an area. And so, yes, 19-year-old American Jessica Harley is the NXT UK Women's Champion. And she comes out here to challenge Becky Lynch for 100. Lovely work, lovely work. And then in the match, Jessica Harley impressing. She's the NXT UK Women's Champion. She's only 19 years of age. But she is going toe-to-toe a little bit here with the man Becky Lynch. Maybe Becky Lynch too focused on Armageddon, too focused on Por la Muerte. But in the end, maybe Becky Lynch's experience finally winning out, as she does manage to lock in the disarmer and disarm the NXT UK Women's Champion and get the victory. But, you know, Jessica, no choice but a tap. 83, 89 Becky, beautiful. 35 Jessica, who was off her game, sadly. Come on, Jess. You can't be off your game tonight. You know, off her game, but still putting on a nice little impressive display. She's only 19, so maybe the bright lights, maybe fighting the man, getting to her a little bit, but still putting in a nice little display, and Becky Lynch shone, so we take those, as Becky Lynch does get the win. After the match, Becky and Jessica shake hands. Very respectful, very nice, of course. Becky and Jessica shake hands. Jessica, NXT UK Women's title over her shoulder. And Becky Lynch raises Jessica Harley's arm. Just a little endorsement from Becky to young Jessica Harley here after their battle well fought. When the lights go out and when they come back on, Jessica Harley is gone from the ring, and in her place is a gravestone with Becky Lynch's name on it, with, you know, her birthday, her birth date, and then hyphen, and then the date of Armageddon. A very clear warning from Portela Muerte for what she thinks awaits the man come Armageddon. For 100, another good segment. Becky always shines, doesn't she? She's just very, very good. God. When things are going to go wrong backstage, Alexa Bliss and Zoe Stark are happy backstage. They're celebrating. They're in a celebratory mood. They won, and Zoe Stark proved herself by pinning Deonna Purrazzo as well. All good, all happy. They bump into No Mercy, Sonya Deville and Tay Conti, who are, you know, happy as well, but in a bit of a gloating move and a taunting move. You know, Sonya pointing out that if they had fought Bliss and Stark, then Sonya would have made Zoe tap out just like she did Ilja earlier, because she doesn't belong here. Arguing back and forth, storming in from behind into Bliss and Stark is Deonna and Chelsea, obviously very angry about their losses earlier. Big attack, they attack from behind. Sonya and Tay Conti, of course, always down for a good beatdown, join in the attack onto Bliss and Stark, when rushes in Liv Morgan and Ilja for a little bit of support, a little bit of help. The 8 women just fighting it out here. Big brawl, security having to separate things in the end. 75. Good. Just bringing together these kind of mini storylines that have been going on. Next week, big 8-women tag team match. It's going to be Alexa Bliss, Zoe Stark, Liv Morgan, and Ilja taking on Sonya Deville, Tay Conti, Deonna Purrazzo, and Chelsea Green. So a big 8-woman tag match just to kind of cap off these storylines next week, which will hopefully be good. Fingers crossed. But 75 is good. As then, we're going to go to the main event. It's Aleister Black versus Big E. Kofi and Ciampa at ringside. Black hitting the Black Mass on Big E, costing him his SmackDown Tag Title match at Survivor Series WarGames with The Fiend and Karrion Kross, the Relic. And putting Big E on the shelf for a little bit. Kofi looking to get some revenge for his friend, beating Aleister Black 2 weeks back, and then beating Ciampa last week, getting attacked. Big E making the save. And now Big E and Aleister Black going head to head. Big E looking to get some revenge himself. You know, give out his own personal ass whooping to Aleister Black. And match-wise, the match, yeah, both men giving all they got. It's once again a quite hard-hitting affair. Much like the matches Kofi had been having with Black and Ciampa the past few weeks. A lot of anger wanting to get out there. Everyone's angry. Everything's reaching a boiling point as we reach Armageddon. That's kind of what's hip-hop happening at the minute. And Black and Big E, no exception. Battling out, fighting out. Ciampa, you know, tries to get involved at one point, goes to hit Big E, but Big E ducks underneath, and then Black turns around, Ciampa turns around, and Kofi's in the ring to hit Trouble in Paradise onto Ciampa, laying him out. When out of nowhere, Black to his feet, goes for a Black Mass on E. Kofi shoves Big E out the way and eats the Black Mass himself. Kofi and Ciampa down, allowing Big E and Black to just go at it. Big E taking advantage though, catching Black from surprise after he hit the Black Mass on the wrong guy, lifting Black up, going for that big ending, when out of nowhere comes Damian Priest. Of course, another member of Judgment Day. Priest, Dijak and Portela Muerte, and Edge, Ciampa, and Black have kind of been like separate segments of Judgment Day. They haven't really intertwined at all, really. But tonight, they do. Damian Priest making his way down the ramp, Big E getting distracted, and distraction just enough to allow Aleister Black to get off Big E's shoulders and hit him with a Black Mass and get that 1, 2, 3, as Aleister Black does come out on top here for an 85. Good match. 86 Big E, 77 Aleister Black. Both men doing well. In the end, it is Aleister Black who comes out on top after a little help from his Judgment Day brethren. As after the match, Ciampa, Black, and Priest standing tall in the ring. Kofi helped Big E out the ring and just checking on him, checking on his friend. You know, his neck's still hurting a little bit from the Black Mass Armageddon, catching him off guard, followed by Sister Abigail and everything else. Their Judgment Day and the two-thirds of the group, formerly known as the New Day, are staring down when you hear the voice on the Titantron. Guys, hi. Hey there. Do you miss me? Looks like you've been having so much fun playing with each other. Not like that. These past few weeks that I just thought I'd leave you to it, but, well, it looks like too much fun. And I can't wait to play with you all one last time. Well, he can't wait. Armageddon. The end of the world. For some. But not for me. For you, maybe, though. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. New year. New friends to play with. And I've already got my eye on quite a few. But for now, see you all at Armageddon. Bye. Bye. See you then. Bye. For 100. Bray, fine. Wanting to play. He wants to play. And he'll get his chance at Armageddon. The end of the world for some, not for him, he says. Armageddon, triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown tag team titles. Black and Ciampa versus Big E and Kofi Kingston, two-thirds of the group formerly known as the New Day, versus Bray Wyatt, or the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and the Relic Karrion Kross. Triple threat tag team match to end the year, as SmackDown's tag title division has taken a precedence. It's been in the main event for the past 3 weeks, and it will main event one last, well, it probably, okay, it won't main event Armageddon. I don't know why that came out my mouth. That'll be insane. Not main eventing with the 6-man Hell in a Cell match for the WWE title. No. Triple threat tag team. That'd be crazy. But yeah, triple threat tag match. Hopefully we good. And Bray saying that, deal with them at Armageddon and then new friends to play with in the new year. Who could he be talking about? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You got a lot of thoughts to leave me in the comments down below. As SmackDown gets a 91 to cap off a beautiful, inexplicable musical episode. God. I was thinking, I asked for challenges, and then I still do stuff like this for absolute free. No one even challenged me. Oh well. Hi-ho, here we go. Yes, let me know your thoughts as we make our way to Armageddon and NXT Takeover WarGames, and as a musical episode comes to an end. I couldn't tell you if this is a TEW YouTube first. I can't think of a single reason anyone else would have done it, though, so it might be. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like if you have enjoyed. Next week, the go-home shows, which are also going to be the Christmas specials. So, even more fun to be getting on with. So, yeah, you're not going to want to miss those. So, yeah, leave a like and subscribe for more. And, as always, I just want to say a very special thank you for watching.